Yo, all right. I'm yeah. For someone who said I wasn't gonna do like so much videos and stuff like yeah, anyway, to be honest, like from what I used to do, this is not so much. But anyway, yeah, I'm back. I didn't know I was gonna be back this early because a couple of days ago, before the Nicki and the whole Megan Thee Stallion shit went popping off, I made a video of like why people dislike Megan Thee Stallion, and it's funny. It's funny. It's funny. It's like how like shit. I was about to say, oh shit. I always know how she comes. Like no, I don't know how she was coming, but um it's funny how I did that video, and then as soon as that video dropped, like Megan Thee Stallion re fucking plied or kind of had the balls to go at Nicki Minaj, um, which was it's soothing to hear because listen here, I am a rap or hip hop connoisseur. And this is why I dislike people like Ice Spice and all the other shenanigans, all the other shit rap. I like bars. And it seems like Megan finally attempted to go at like Nicki Minaj, who's like kind of like Nicki Minaj is when it comes to bars. I mean, listen, she can be whatever she is, but when it comes to the rap, she's always good. So I was I was disappointed with the song, but I was happy with her going at Nicki Minaj. You understand what I'm saying? I like the song. I was very happy that she went at Nicki Minaj. And then now, as I'm recording this video, Nicki Minaj said she's gonna put out two songs, or I think she said one, or she's gonna put out a song tomorrow in 6 hours, which I am planning to react to, not on the video, but on my socials. Like I said, I'm not trying to be too vocal on the visual shit, but yeah. So right here, I'm just gonna kind of just elaborate from what I had said previously before the beef before the beef started. There's a video from what's his name? Blecky Speaks. Blecky Speaks. Shout out to the dude. Yeah, check out his page. He's amazing, man. He does all the commentary and stuff like that. So shout out to him. All right. So yeah, without further ado, let's just jump into the video. And like I said, it's surprising how not surprising, but I'm just saying like I am so good at this shit. Not to just kind of to I I
Hey, hope you're doing good
I'm
today.
great.
I most definitely am, because we about to get into something right now. Today I want to talk about this Megan Thee Stallion versus Nicki Minaj beef that's going on right now. I'm sure you've seen something about this because this is like the one thing that everybody's talking about right now. So let's talk about
Yeah. Yeah. This is definitely what everyone is talking about. And I've been watching and I've been posting through my socials. Like I said, like daily happenings with a double Z on Instagram, daily happenings after hours on X, formerly known as Twitter, and then German 007 on Reddit, and daily happenings after hours on Reddit as well. Listen, you can find me anywhere. But it's been the talk. It's been the talk, and people are saying that Nicki Minaj kind of went too far when she was, because apparently not apparently, she did talk about Megan Thee Stallion's deceased mother. But when she was speaking about Megan Thee Stallion's deceased mother, she was referencing to when she's apparently Megan lied about her deceased mother. And I always say this, it's like this: when people are beefing, you cannot like if it's like this. It's like if someone insults you and then you punch them and then they shoot you. I mean, you cannot you can't tell how someone responds to a certain situation. So I think it's all fair in love and war. You know what I mean? But I mean, to each their own. I wouldn't do that.
So this starts off with
I wouldn't
song
do
that
that.
Megan Thee Stallion released the other day titled Hiss. I'm sure the song title is pretty self-explanatory, especially after you've seen the cover. As you can see,
Trash song.
Megan Thee Stallion got a cobra around her neck,
Trash.
so Hiss relates to just that. So let's get straight into this song. Let's look at some of the bars that Megan Thee Stallion spit in this record. Let's see which one of them actually applies to Nicki, and then after that, we're gonna take a look at what Nicki Minaj said. So this song is more of a shot at the industry and not necessarily only Nicki. With that being said, there are a couple lines that directly apply to Nicki Minaj on this record. So first we have this line right here where she says, these O's, trying to fool the algorithm here, you get what I'm saying? These O's,
You get
don't
what
be
I'm
mad at
saying?
Megan. These O's, mad at Megan's Law. So this line right here is a reference to Nicki Minaj's husband, Kenneth Petty, who at the age of
Listen. And I'll tell you this, this brother, Kenneth Petty or Big Zoo, as he's known in the streets. Listen, Nicki, she like you gotta know people are gonna come for you because of that. She has to find a way to not get bothered about that, or find a counter when people come at her for that, because people are gonna use that because this nigga is a registered pedophile. You know what I mean? I said pedophile. He's a registered pedophile. You know what I'm saying?
16
Oh,
was
that's my new
accused of
thing. You know what I'm
vaping
saying?
another 16-year-old girl. The woman's name is Jennifer Hoff. She's in her 40s, and when she was 16 years old in 1994, she was then allegedly vaped by a 16-year-old Kenneth Petty. This allegedly happened when she was standing at a bus stop. When Kenneth Petty eventually got to that same bus stop, he allegedly then asked her, where are you going? She responded saying, I'm going to school. Where are you going? She asked him. And Kenneth Petty then allegedly responded back by saying, I'm going to school also. Things escalated quickly because Jennifer Hoff then turned her back to Kenneth Petty, and according to her, that's when he approached her from behind and firmly pressed a knife into her back and told her to start walking. He then forced a 16-year-old Jennifer to a house around the corner from the bus stop, and that's when he allegedly
Okay. No matter how you want to slice that, if that's what actually happened, no matter how you want to slice that, I'll just say allegedly, but no matter how you want to slice that, that doesn't sound good. No matter how people are underage and like, oh, he was underage. No, you don't do that shit. It doesn't sound good. No matter how you cut it. No pun intended. Because he had the knife and shit. Yeah.
vaped her. Kenneth Petty in 1995 ended up being convicted of attempted vape. He served about 4.5 years in prison, and as a condition of his conviction, he had to register as a sex offender whenever he moves. And this is when we circle back to what Megan said on his record, Megan's Law. Megan's Law is a law that was introduced in 1996. It's a federal law that requires the release of relevant information to protect the public from sexually violent offenses.
I want to say something as well. It's like this little war for me anyway, and mind you, I'm not even American as well. This reminds me when Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump were running in office the first time. it's like two like who's the worst, who's worse. So for me, when I'm reacting to this, I'm not like team Nicki Minaj, I'm not team Megan Thee Stallion, but Megan Thee Stallion just edges it out because she literally just put I don't want to say a free because I don't know, but a black man in jail for 10 years. And for me, no. I'm a black man and I can kinda like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's like Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump in 2011 or some shit like I can't remember.
offenders. The law requires the sex offender to register with various entities, including the National Sex Offender Registry. So that's what Megan Thee Stallion is referring to. She's essentially putting focus on Nicki's husband because that's one thing that Nicki has gotten very heavily criticized for in the last few years. Why did you decide to marry a man who has this kind of charge on his record? That's the criticism. Now, aside from that line, Megan also had a line about feeling like Mariah Carey because, you know, these niggas are so obsessed. And that was at the beginning of the song. Because Megan rapped the word niggas, a lot of people weren't really thinking that she could be talking about Nicki here. Now, that's actually a reference to a beef that Mariah Carey and Nicki Minaj were in some time back. And it goes all the way back to 2012 when Nicki Minaj and Mariah Carey were judges on the show American Idol. Nicki Minaj and Mariah Carey had a lot of differences while they were on the show.
No, I just oh shit. Oh, I forgot about the whole. Like, see, I'm not involved in all the Nicki Minaj beef and Mariah Carey. Like, I just thought like she was just talking about like how Mariah Carey was beefing with Eminem and Eminem like what and how Mariah Carey was calling Eminem obsessed. So I thought that was the angle she was going with, but I forgot about the whole Nicki Minaj Mariah Carey beef.
Both behind the scenes and in front of the camera.
And
Are you country? Are you country? Do you like country?
Do you like country? And I kind of feel like we're making comments. I'm trying to help her. We're trying to help her as opposed to just talk about her outfit. I'm going to continue to speak. Of course, you always do.
Now, aside from this line right here, Megan also had another line on this record where she said, "Ever since I claimed the summer, all you bitches want a season." Now, this is a reference to the Hot Girl Summer record featuring Nicki Minaj and Dollar Sign. 2019 is the year when Megan Thee Stallion, you know, took over, I guess, the summer and became the hot girl of the summer. It's a phrase that she always uses. So ever since I claimed the summer, all you know, bitches want a season. There's definitely a connection here because, you know, Nicki is like the queen of the industry as far as the female rappers. And she's, for the last couple of years, kind of been trying to reclaim her spot over and over again as there's been more female rappers coming in trying to take that throne. Maybe reclaim wouldn't be the right word because personally I don't think Nicki ever lost the throne. But perhaps she's been trying to remind people why she is indeed, you know, the queen. Because honestly, numbers-wise, she is. Can't really compete with Nicki on that. So aside from that, these are the lines that Megan had for Nicki. And aside from this particular record and aside from everything I covered here, there's really nothing else that Megan has said. She dropped this record and she's been completely quiet ever since then. So now we're gonna get into Nicki Minaj because god damn it, there's a lot to go over here. Not even sure where I should start. Should I start at the Bigfoot stuff? Should I start at the dead mother stuff? I don't really know, but we're gonna start somewhere. So let's start right here, okay? On his Instagram live.
And first of all, before this young brother like starts on the Nicki Minaj part, I want to say it's a rare W for Nicki Minaj because Nicki Minaj never used to call people out. She just do this lame sneak dissing. Like, and I don't like I hate when niggas like sneak diss. At whoever you're talking about, at them or shut the fuck up. At them or shut the fuck up. So like Nicki Minaj finally went at directly at Megan Thee Stallion, where you know she's talking about her, like there's no like sneak dissing, like you know she's calling out certain names where you know everyone knows she's talking about Megan. You know what I mean? No sneak dissing, and for me, like I said, it's Trump and Hillary. For me, at that time, I'll say, all right. Yeah, Trump is winning. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? If you get the analogy, then
live where a lot of things were said. But most importantly of all, as soon as this Meg song Hiss dropped, I believe it might have been within the same hour actually, Nicki Minaj decided to go live on Instagram and she previewed a record where she said a couple things. So let me play you the snippet right here.
Yeah, bad bitch, she like 6 foot. I call it Bigfoot. The bitch fell off. I said, get up on your good foot.
So if you didn't hear what she said, bad bitch, she like 6 foot. I call her Bigfoot. Bitch fell off. I said, get up on your good foot. So Bigfoot is a reference to an insult that Meg gets thrown at her a lot. And then getting up on your good foot, that's a reference to Tory Lanez allegedly shooting Megan Thee Stallion in the foot. Nicki is saying one of your feet is all fucked up, better get up on your good foot. Now as far as Nicki's response, this is just scratching the surface, because she was on this live saying a lot of things.
You wicked woman, lying on your dead mom. You are a wicked mom. But I said this before. I am a mama. Play with somebody else's family, bitch. And that goes for everybody. Male and female. And remember when I said I don't give a fuck how long it takes to get an out back? And let me tell you something. Whatever my pen don't get, God gon' get. I told y'all since my son has come into this world, don't play with me about no family, nothing. You the one that lied on your dead mama, 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 lied on your dead mama,
Nope.
lied on your dead mama. I don't care. Bitch. I dare you to say one more thing about my family. Bullet fragment foot. But you will not disrespect Papa Bear, you dirty ran through bird ass, bum ass, broke. You broke. Tell them the truth. Play with Papa at your own risk. Okay? Okay? Because when it comes to my child, you're gonna get a different person. Okay? Okay. And I'm gonna say it again for the people in the back. I dare you.
So that's just a short little snippet of some of the things she said. Don't want to play the entire thing because she was literally on there for like 20 minutes straight just going off. After the response to this entire thing, she said a couple things on Twitter responding to that. On this one tweet, she said, ha ha ha, don't freaking care. If the blogs and paid bots was real, y'all would have been able to sell albums and headline tours. Ha ha ha, moral police, suck my fat P-U-S was right. Who mad? Question mark, eye for an eye. And then on this other tweet, she said, y'all want to bring up family members and lying on your dead mother, lied to Gail, lied on and effed your back.
Oh shit, no. Actually, I want to talk about the deceased parents. Like, please, that's one thing. No, listen, I don't condone like for me personally, I don't like that. It just makes me feel iffy. I don't support no one who does that. I don't like it. You know what I mean? But then again, like I said, I always say people beef in different ways, and people's limits are different, and you know what I mean? Like, that's their karma when they do all that shit. I don't want no parts of all that situation. I find it so ridiculous. I don't want no parts on all those. Like, you know what I mean?
Best friend's man told me to drink and go to the clinic if I was pregnant, all because I wouldn't let your funky butt pour liquor down my throat. Girl thinks she a bully because she got a Rock Nation brunch every year. Be mad at party. That's Megan's ex-boyfriend. He told all your tea, but you taking shots at my family. Ha ha ha. Get up on your good foot. And then she says, Pink Friday too. Platinum, go apologize to your mother, nasty serpent. Repent. So that's kind of where things have ended. By the way, if you made it this far and you actually like this breakdown, do me a favor and like the video, okay? Thank you. I appreciate you. Nicki is still kind of going off, and Meg hasn't said a single peep after she dropped her record. There's been a couple different responses to this. Number one, a lot of people are backing up Meg because Nicki Minaj is kind of not that
I beg to differ, my brother. I don't know which Twitters and which shit this brother was looking at. I beg to differ. Like, when this came out, like, yeah, I beg to differ. Everyone's going at Mag. And you know what I mean? First of all, every time when Megan Thee Stallion drops a song, nobody gives two fucks. They are like, I don't know where this brother is getting his information from, but I'm tapped in everywhere. And I will tell you this. On Twitter, everyone is saying free Tory. On Instagram, everyone's saying free Tory. On Reddit, Everyone's there for retarded. So TikTok, Megan Thee Stallion reigns TikTok. She got TikTok on lock, but apparently she pays for some shit for TikTok. So who knows? So this is misinformation from this brother right here. This is misinformation. I guaranteed misinformation, and yeah, and I've got this if you wanna
in the music industry. So Meg dropping this record and making this statement against Nicki, it's a pretty big deal considering that not a lot of people would ever have the confidence to do this. And with that I mean not a lot of female rappers would have the confidence to do something like this. Because it takes a lot of confidence to go against someone like Nicki Minaj, knowing what the outcome can be. The second response is, of course, the response of the Barbs. Because Nicki got a pretty strong fan base. And so her fan base, they're making a lot of noise on social media. They're backing her up 100% because from their perspective, Nicki Minaj is someone who's gone through a lot in the music industry. She had to fight for her spot, and she went through a lot in order to make it to this level. Despite her status, in a lot of ways, they feel like, hey, y'all haven't put no respect on Nicki, and now this woman has the audacity to come for her. She deserves all the smoke. And the rest of you motherfuckers going against Nicki deserve a little bit of smoke too. And then there's a lot of people who are kind of, in the middle. They're not a big fan of Meg. They're not a big fan of Nicki. But obviously they enjoy the entertainment. The biggest advantage that Megan Thee Stallion had in this situation right here, especially now that we know the outcome in hindsight, is that she didn't really have to do a lot to antagonize Nicki. I mean, just take a look at what happened. Megan Thee Stallion dropped one record where she was throwing some shots at Nicki, and Nicki Minaj responded in this fashion. Because the perspective was, hey, if Megan ever comes for Nicki, Nicki's gonna respond back with a diss track, and there's not gonna be anything left of Megan Thee Stallion. And had things went in that direction, I think it would have greatly benefited Nicki Minaj, and it would have not really been that good for Meg. Because from that perspective, she had the confidence to go against Nicki, but look at you, she dropped a diss track and she obliterated you. That's most likely how things would go, considering the fact that Nicki's very much a rapper, and I think whatever she would have dropped in response to this his record would have most definitely been something that at least tops what Megan dropped. Now we have a situation where Megan made a statement on this song, and she left the rest for the public to discuss. She didn't double down on anything, which she could have definitely done. She didn't make any statements after the
I smell some biased behavior. I smell some biased behavior with this young lad who's reporting this year. But you know what? Everyone's got their own opinions, and that's why we all that's why we all have these platforms and shit like that, or that's why we all do this. What this brother is trying to say is he's trying to say that Megan Thee Stallion kind of moved in like a sneaky way where she dropped this little diss track, and then Nicki Minaj kind of lost because she just got. What I'll give him, Nicki Minaj is responding more than she had responded to Cardi B, but I feel because she is with I feel and this is my genuine response to when people feel why Nicki Minaj is going hard at Megan Thee Stallion. I genuinely feel like Nicki Minaj is genuinely intimidated by Cardi B. I feel like she knows the only person who can destroy her, not destroy, but who can come close to her reign as the queen of rap is Cardi B. All these other peons, Megan Thee Stallion, I feel like she doesn't care, and that's why she's going hard, because she knows she can. She wants to literally obliterate Megan Thee Stallion. And I feel like this is the goal, what she's trying to do. She knows she can destroy Megan Thee Stallion, rap-wise, bars-wise. But with Cardi B, I feel like there's just that little doubt in her. What she knows Cardi B's got that little extra something, that extra. It might be ghostwriter, it might be writers, I don't know. But Cardi B just has that little. I don't know. Cardi B's different. You know what I'm saying? And I know, and niggas like me or her or people like her, we when someone is different, and She knows. She knows Megan Thee Stallion is not that. And she wants to put a cap on it. That's how I look at it. Hey, that's how I look at it.
Song dropped, which she could have definitely done. She dropped and she dipped, and now she got Nicki bringing all this traffic to her, because all these responses that Nicki Minaj has been firing off, this is all promo for Megan Thee Stallion's brand. And contrary to popular belief, I don't really think this hurts Megan Thee Stallion at all. This is not something that's gonna hurt her credibility, because she didn't really do too much. She had a couple shots aimed at Nicki on her record, but overall, it's almost like she baited Nicki Minaj into this just so she could continue on with what she got next. And Nicki,
what the fuck are niggas smoking on? How can you yo, this is retarded. This is retarded behavior. And this is what I'm saying though. This is like some white boy shit. Anyway, no. Hey, I'm unbiased.
See, she's not gonna hold back because, hey, she's been waiting for this day. She's been waiting until one of these female rappers, but especially Meg, comes for her. Unfortunately for Nicki, I don't really think any of this is actually helping her in any kind of way. This only further validates what they've been saying about Nicki for the longest, which is she's crazy. So now she's giving him that ammo. Now Nicki could have avoided this had she just dropped a diss record and let that spoken for her. But she didn't do it for whatever reason. Some might say she doesn't want to do it because, publicity for Meg. But then again, if that was the case, then she would have not been talking about Meg this much, because that's exactly what she's doing. She's promoting her brand. This is a lose-lose for Nicki, but this is a win-win for Megan Thee Stallion, which is also why most people, as you can...
Oh my fucking God. This is disgusting. Disgusting commentary. This is disgusting commentary. Oh my gosh. First of all, how is this lose-lose for Nicki Minaj? You know what? Nicki Minaj, if she, I'm hoping what she's gonna drop today is literally gonna be one of those diss tracks, cause Nicki Minaj got destroyed by Remy Ma, by the way. If you are not in the know, Remy Ma dropped Cheetah, and Nicki Minaj had to go and suck on Nas dick just to make sure that Cheetah wasn't gonna go global. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hoping Nicki Minaj dropped the same kind of fire towards Megan Thee Stallion, because listen, Megan is not all that. No, she's not all like this brother right here. I don't know what he's looking at. And I'm not being biased at this. Trust me, I'm not a Nicki Minaj fan. That's the thing. I'm not a Nicki Minaj fan, but I told you, it's Hillary and Trump. In 2000 and whatever, when they were running, it's Hillary and Trump. Who do you choose? I'm telling you. The fuck?
See, they're kind of siding with Megan here, because a lot of people have been looking at some of the things that Nicki brought up as an example, Megan's dead mother, and that alone kind of becomes the focal point of everything that Nicki has said. She's bringing up her mother. Why? Because that's a sensitive spot that she can hit. And same with Megan Thee Stallion. Why does she say what she said about Nicki's husband? Well, because that's the most sensitive place she can hit Nicki. Because now she takes away the focus from Nicki Minaj to her family. And the conversation becomes more about Nicki's family rather than Nicki Minaj herself. So Megan Thee Stallion, she accomplished a lot of things here. And she did it very strategically, because she didn't outright say his name or she...
Oh my God. Why is this guy trying to give Megan Thee Stallion so much credit? She didn't do shit. She did not do shit. She kind of sneaked a couple of lines in a fucking little diss track, which we appreciate that she responded. What the fuck? First of all, this chick, I don't want to say, this chick, she has to take accountability for some shit. And you know what? Let's not get distracted about this with this beef. Megan Thee Stallion has to take accountability for putting a black man in jail. I don't care. That's what I'm on. And you know what? If that makes me biased, then fuck it. I'm biased as fuck, because you know what? Fuck it. I don't care. When it comes to them, I am on. You know what? I just switch sides. I am on Nicki's side now. I'm on Nicki's side at this very moment. This lady Megan Thee Stallion needs to own up. Fuck that. Yeah, I'll switch side. I guess.
She didn't outright say Nicki's name. She dropped a bar that further incentivizes people to go investigate.
Oh no, oh shit. So sorry. I'm back again. I'm still biased. This comment where that brother like made me kind of like flip up a little bit, but
a pain point of Nicki's. And that pain point now becomes the focus of this conversation. Now for Nicki, her approach wasn't that good, because if she really wanted to hurt Meg, she would have dropped that diss and called it quits. But instead, she took the spray and pray approach. And this kind of approach is usually more associated with someone who hasn't put the time in. Because unlike Megan Thee Stallion, Nicki has put the time in. She's a veteran, and she could have used that to her advantage, but now considering everything she said, she's kind of coming across as crazy and deranged to most people. With that being said, I don't really think Nicki Minaj was really trying to make a point with any of the things she said. I think for her, anything she says in order to hurt Meg was justified in her mind. Also too, now that we know how Nicki Minaj responded, to some extent Nicki feels threatened, which is something that I never really thought. Of all people, I don't really think she would give Meg all this smoke, because although from Nicki's perspective,
there you go. You can't. You go back on track a little bit on that.
She might feel like she's hurting Meg. I don't really think she's doing much to hurt her at all right now, because public perception is very important here. If someone of Nicki's stature is responding to someone of Megan's stature
But Megan's public perception though is so fucked though. So I don't understand. Like Megan's public perception is fucking redonkulous at the moment. The only place Megan really is like getting like, or is she or where she's garnering support, to be honest, is TikTok. And I can understand, because you can pay TikTok and you can pay all other platforms, but like, I mean, even if you pay like Instagram, like niggas will just tell you call you out. So I don't understand why he's trying to talk about
this fashion. That says a lot about how she feels about Meg in relation to her position. In my opinion, kind of looking at this objectively, I don't really think Meg really did too much to hurt Nicki Minaj with this diss record either, because she didn't really bring up anything people didn't know. People have been known about Nicki Minaj's husband. She didn't uncover a secret here. She did, however, manage to hurt Nicki in the end after the fact, because she managed to trigger Nicki in this fashion.
All right. Okay. You know what? Shout out to this brother. Shout out to him. I know I've watched a couple of his videos. He's very researchful. He researches all his videos. But I just want to say with this one, either he's biased or was like, oh no, I don't know, man. He had a lot of misses with this video. But all I want to say is shout out to Nicki Minaj for finally not sneak dissing anyone, for acting niggas. And this is what I mean. It's so lame when niggas like trying to sneak diss and shit. Shout out to Nicki Minaj. She's acting and like I said, I am not like a Nicki Minaj. I'm not a Bob. I'm not a Nicki Minaj fan. I'm like, it's like Trump and Hillary. And one of them put a black man in jail. One of them is just like a horrible human being. You know what I mean? So I am not one or the other. All I'm saying is just I'm just going with the flow, and I feel like I'm waiting, and I'm gonna be reporting on daily happenings. I want to see what Nicki Minaj drops, because she said she's gonna drop something tomorrow or today, later on today. It doesn't matter. So shout out. You know what? I think I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna stop there because this brother is way too biased for my liking. Alright, okay, there we go. Alright, peace out. Like and subscribe. Make sure you follow the Reddit. Daily Happenings After the Dark, German 007, and peace out. Boom.